Seriously, February 2026 is not a normal release month. It's a collision of heavy hitters, new IPs, and long-awaited sequels. These are 14 PS5 games you can't ignore.
Animal Use Protocol might be one of the most unique horror games coming in 2026. From the Brotherhood, this is their first-person survival horror title. You play as Pen, a hyper-intelligent chimp escaping a failed research facility. It's a disturbing premise, and the game fully leans into it. Your companion, Trip the rat, provides commentary through a repurposed toy. Their dynamic adds strange warmth to an otherwise bleak escape. Gameplay focuses on stealth and survival. A gravity-based tool is used for puzzles and defense, not combat. You're being hunted by a grotesque chimera. You can't fight it, only hide, run, and outsmart it. Built in Unreal Engine, the grim sci-fi atmosphere looks genuinely unsettling. Targeting mid-2026 with PS5 to follow, Animal Use Protocol is one horror fans should keep an eye on.
Resident Evil 9 Requiem, Capcom at full power. Leon's potentially final mission, billed as pure survival horror. The RE engine is pushed to its limits, photorealistic characters, grotesque enemies, and suffocating atmosphere. Leon has never felt more real. Facial animations, visible damage, and performances that carry real weight. The game leans darker and slower, limited ammo, heavy tension, and a return to true survival horror roots. Boss fights are massive, multi-phase nightmares designed to test everything you've learned. Requiem signals closure for Leon's story. Launching February 27, 2026 on PS5, this is the biggest horror release of the year. And next, fear fades as brutal Souls-like combat takes over.
Moving on to High on Life 2, Squanch Games doubling down on intergalactic chaos. More talking guns, more absurdity, and a bigger, bolder sequel. The humor is still the make-or-break factor. Fourth wall breaks, non-stop jokes, and that unmistakable irreverent tone. If you loved the first game, this is exactly what you want, just more refined. The talking gun lineup expands with new personalities and abilities. Each weapon changes how combat and exploration feel. The worlds are larger and more ambitious. More secrets, funnier side content, and a richer alien aesthetic make this feel like a true sequel. Combat is noticeably improved. Better enemy variety, smoother movement, and more dynamic encounters. Launching February 13th, 2026 on PS5, High on Life 2 delivers comedy, chaos, and clever meta humor in equal measure. And next, the laughs stop, because things are about to get terrifying.
Next up, Reanimal from Tarsier Studios, their darkest project yet. A spiritual evolution of Little Nightmares, but far more disturbing. You play as two children escaping an island where humans and animals have been grotesquely fused. The body horror and art direction create genuinely unforgettable nightmare imagery. Co-op is central to the experience. One player always lags slightly behind, forcing constant coordination. Separation creates vulnerability, and puzzles demand teamwork under pressure. Creature designs are deeply unsettling. Twisted beings that move wrong, sound wrong, and never feel safe to be near. The island itself is beautiful in a horrifying way. Bright colors masking research labs, jungles, and underground facilities hiding terrible truths. Storytelling is environmental and hands-off. You piece together what happened through visuals, notes, and atmosphere alone. Launching February 13th, 2026 on PS5, Reanimal is essential for horror fans. And next, fear gives way to patience, precision, and pure stealth.
Next up, Styx, Blades of Greed brings the goblin assassin back at his best.
This is pure stealth, no shortcuts. You play as Styx, infiltrating heavily guarded locations where combat isn't an option. Get spotted and you're overwhelmed fast. Tension is constant. Level design is the star. Vertical spaces, multiple routes, hidden paths, and missions built like puzzles. Styx's abilities make stealth creative. Clones for distractions, temporary invisibility, and crafted tools encourage smart problem solving. The challenge is real. Guards have tight patrols and realistic sightlines, but perfect stealth runs are incredibly rewarding. World building adds weight with dark cities, political intrigue, and Styx's cynical commentary. Even co-op returns, adding tactical depth with a second player. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Styx Blades of Greed is essential for stealth fans. And next, shadows give way to neon lights and high-speed racing.
Moving on to Tokyo Xtreme Racer, finally arriving in full form. This is underground street racing done the authentic way. The Shudo Expressway is fully recreated. Real Tokyo highways, night races, and pure Japanese street racing atmosphere. The rival system defines the experience. Hundreds of opponents with unique cars and personalities. Flash your lights and race for reputation. Car customization runs deep. Tuning, visual mods, engine swaps, JDM culture front and center. The full release adds new areas, more rivals, and improved progression. It's still niche and methodical, but that's the appeal. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Tokyo Xtreme Racer is made for street racing purists. And next, street racing gives way to pure track day precision. Next up, Ride 6 delivers the most realistic motorcycle racing sim yet. Built for enthusiasts who want true two-wheel precision. The bike roster is massive, over 300 motorcycles spanning sport, naked, historic, and superbikes. Physics are deep and demanding. Weight transfer, tire grip, braking, and suspension all matter. Every mistake is felt. Career mode lets you build a racing legacy. Starting small, joining teams, and pushing toward world championships. Real-world tracks headline the experience. Laser-scanned circuits like Suzuka and Assen, plus road courses for variety. Customization goes beyond visuals. Bike setups meaningfully change how races play out. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Ride 6 is the definitive motorcycle sim. And next, precision racing gives way to brutal Viking combat. Next up, Norse, Oath of Blood is a Viking action RPG flying under the radar, and it's brutal. You play a warrior battling through Norse realms like Midgard, Jotunheim, and Helheim, where gods watch every move. Combat blends Souls-like precision with Viking brutality. Axes, shields, and heavy weapons demand tight parries, perfect dodges, and strict stamina control. Mythology is deeply woven into progression. Your choices shape alliances with gods, abilities, and even endings. Ominously, boss fights are massive mythological encounters, Fenrir, Jormungandr, and other legendary threats. Each realm has a distinct visual identity, from frozen wastelands to volcanic hellscapes. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Norse Oath of Blood is one to watch for Souls-like fans. And next, we dive beneath the surface into something far more mysterious. Next up, Tides of Tomorrow blends underwater exploration with survival and narrative mystery. Think Subnautica, but more story-driven. You're exploring an alien ocean world after humanity's Ark ship crashes. Survival means uncovering what happened to those who came before and what's lurking below. The underwater environments are stunning. Bioluminescent life, vast caverns, colorful reefs, and deep trenches where light disappears. Base building is central to survival.
Construct underwater habitats, manage oxygen and power, and expand safely into deeper zones. Creature design is excellent. Realistic behaviors, natural ecosystems, and predators that make every dive tense. Storytelling is environmental. Logs, abandoned bases, and subtle clues slowly reveal the truth. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Tides of Tomorrow is perfect for players who love exploration with constant tension. And next, we leave the ocean behind for a journey into pure fantasy.
Moving on to Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, a classic JRPG rebuilt for modern hardware. One of the longest RPGs ever made, now streamlined without losing its epic scope. The job system returns enhanced. Mix classes, master abilities, and build your perfect party with deep customization. Visually, the reimagining shines. Unreal Engine 5 brings Akira Toriyama's iconic art to life with modern fidelity. The fragment system remains central. Restoring Lost Islands reveals self-contained stories that unfold like an anthology of adventures. Modern upgrades smooth the experience. Faster battles, quality of life improvements, and flexible difficulty settings welcome newcomers. Iconic monsters return in stunning detail, making exploration and collection endlessly rewarding. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is essential for JRPG fans. And next, fantasy gives way to tactical warfare and strategic chaos.
Next up, Disciples Domination brings deep turn-based strategy back to consoles. Dark fantasy warfare that rewards planning, not button mashing. You lead one of 4 distinct factions: humans, demons, mountain clans, or the undead. Each plays differently with unique units, mechanics, and story paths. Combat is highly tactical. Positioning, terrain, and unit synergies decide battles, not raw numbers. Campaigns are non-linear. Win through conquest, diplomacy, or magic, with choices shaping alliances and endings. Heroes are game changers. Level them, equip artifacts, and build around their abilities to turn the tide of war. The dark fantasy presentation is striking, with detailed units and grim battlefields. Multiplayer adds longevity with PvP and co-op options. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Disciples Domination is essential for strategy fans. And next, strategy gives way to pure anime-style fighting chaos.
Next up, BlazBlue Entropy Effect X takes the anime fighter formula into roguelike territory. It's a risky shift, and it works. Combat is classic BlazBlue. Fast air dashes, stylish combos, now wrapped in procedural runs and permanent upgrades. Each run plays differently. Enemies and modifiers change, while upgrades reshape your playstyle. Fan-favorite characters return, each with unique movesets and progression paths. Arc System Works anime and 3D visuals look incredible on PS5. Launching February 2026 on PS5, BlazBlue Entropy Effect X delivers endless replayability. And next, rhythm and emotion take over.
Next up, Romeo Is a Dead Man is a rhythm-action hybrid nobody saw coming. An indie standout that blends beat-based gameplay with narrative adventure. You play as Romeo, dead, trapped in the underworld. Movement, combat, and choices are all synced to the music, turning every action into rhythm gameplay. The art style is striking, hand-drawn gothic visuals with bold colors and expressive character design. You play as Romeo, dead, trapped in the underworld. Movement, combat, and choices are all synced to the music, turning every action into rhythm gameplay. The story has real emotional weight. Choices matter, endings change, and the tone is bittersweet beneath the style. The soundtrack drives everything. Multiple genres, each shaping how levels feel and play.
Difficulty options keep it accessible without killing challenge. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Romeo Is a Dead Man is rhythm gaming with real heart. And finally, rhythm gives way to pure vehicular carnage.
Intrigued? Wrapping things up, Carmageddon Rogue Shift brings vehicular chaos back with zero restraint. A modern regroup of the infamous 90s classic, rebuilt for pure destruction. This isn't about racing, it's about annihilation. Opponents, pedestrians, and the environment are all targets, powered by physics-driven mayhem. The series goes open world, urban environments packed with challenges, destruction bonuses, and total freedom. Think Twisted Metal energy with no moral breaks. Vehicle customization runs deep. Armor, weapons, performance mods, and visible damage that tells the story of your chaos. This one isn't for everyone. The violence is outrageous by design, but that's the appeal. Multiplayer cranks the madness even higher with pure destruction arenas. Launching February 2026 on PS5, Carmageddon Rogue Shift is vehicular carnage in its rawest form, and the perfect way to end the list.
And that's February 2026. 14 major releases landing in a single month. Survival horror, brutal Souls-likes, deep RPGs, racing chaos, and pure destruction. No filler, no quiet weeks, just non-stop heavy hitters. If this lineup didn't get your attention, nothing will. February is coming in hot.